very on par for me, but I think it is the fact that Goldberg is so beat up. And he's going to have this match. So I still think that he's probably, exaggerating a bit of how beat up he is, because I feel like he was putting that out there. People close to him were putting that out there to make it seem like he wasn't going to be returning. And I think it was because so many people were talking about him coming back to face Gunther now that he was champion, that I feel like they were trying to get people to back off a little bit so that they could get a bigger reaction to him returning. But you could tell that his knee is a little bad.
Oh no, it's gonna be a short match. Like
It's
Gunther said it. He can
it,
waste 3 minutes.
Right, and then he also has said that he's hurt himself from training to do this match, and that he hasn't been able to use his shoulder correctly for the past 5 years. So I, I know that I'm biased because I'm a Gunther fan, and that's why I don't want to see this match even more, because I think that Gunther deserves better. And I think that's what's so frustrating about this is like, this is not something that needs to happen. We already had a run from Goldberg not that long ago, and he won the title. Like, it's just like, and he did an interview saying that he didn't want to go out like that. What are you talking about, bro? Like, why? You're 58 now. It's like, and you're beat up. Like, the fact that you were working out and training for this match and you injured yourself more, isn't that a sign that you probably can't hang in the ring anymore? Like,
Sarah,
I
I
don't
have a
know.
theory of
It's
why
just
Goldberg is back.
it's
Okay.
just very frustrating. Well, no, he straight up said it's because he didn't want to end how it did in 2022.
Yeah, I know how that. Yeah, it's not a theory. It's really I'm going off of that and shit that's already been reported. Goldberg, when he came back to do that favor for Vince McMahon, he in the clause was that he got to go out in his own terms. Like he got one more match or something like that. And Vince never gave it to him. So he's looking now to go out on his own terms and get a payday, which
And that's fine.
at this point in how things are going in WWE, I as long as and I want to say this is as long as Gunther wins,
Mm-hmm.
let it happen.
And
They're
no
not
cash in.
wasting.
No cash in.
I don't think. See that my mind's not even going there.
Well, that's what
Let me.
everyone's saying. They're like, this is an obvious cash
Is it
in. I'm like,
everyone or is it the IWC? That's a little different.
I'm just saying online. That's what people are saying.
So if you're gonna do it in his hometown at Saturday night's main event, and we're not gonna have an entire PLE or something like SummerSlam, that's the main event. Let it happen. You know what I mean? Like, great. And I mentioned to you why, the reason why you love Goldberg coming back is for the nostalgic feeling you get when he comes out. And that's 10 out of 10 reason, hand up, why I love seeing Goldberg back. His entrance, the smoke, pyro, everything. And then a spear or jackhammer. That's why I want to see Goldberg back.
Yeah, but we
When
might
it
not even
comes
get
to
that because he has a bum shoulder.
when he gets to in the ring and eventually, having to decide if he wins or loses, like, no, I don't want to see Goldberg go over and win the title. It makes no sense. If you want to go on his back and put over Gunther as the, undisputed ring general, then sure. Fuck yeah. Like,
Well,
great
he
job.
said in the interview that when he met him, however many years ago, it was when he was like first coming to WWE, and he was like, he had a superstar up his ass and like blah blah blah. So it's like he had nothing but complimentary things to say about him. So I would like to believe that he's been in the game long enough to know that he has no business beating him. Like, you can come back and this can be your final match, and you specifically wanted to face Gunther, and that's why they're making it happen, and they're doing it in Atlanta for you, but that's it. You go out with a loss. Like, it's not going to taint what people think of you. Like,
Exactly.
you're still Goldberg. You were still 176-0. Like, people aren't going to sit back and be like, oh my God, remember Goldberg and that match against Gunther when he was 58? Like, no one's going to talk about it, but it could harm Gunther's career. And so I would like to think that he understands that.